let us define groups today. For defining groups, we need to define a binary operation. So what is a binary operation? Binary operation is denoted by star. It is just a function from a non-empty set S cross S to S. If S is any non-empty set, then star, a function from S cross S to S, is known as binary operation. What does that mean? That S cross S has ordered pairs of A, B, that every ordered pair of elements of S under star operates to an element of S. Then we say that star is a binary operation, and in our notation we try to show that for all A, B belonging to S, A star B belongs to S. What does that mean? That when we apply a binary operation on two elements of S, the answer belongs to S. So, and this holds for every element of S. Then we say that then star is a binary operation, because function, what is the basic definition of function? That every element of F is a function from A to B, then every element of A has image in B. So in case of binary operation, every ordered pair of element of S maps to an element of S. Then we say that star is a binary operation. So now let us come to group. If G is a non-empty set, because a group start with G, so we will take G as standard set. G is non-empty set and star is a binary operation on it. What does that mean? That a pair of element of G under star map to an element of G, and it is said to be a group if it satisfies the following property. First is closure law, that is, for all A, B belonging to G, A star B belongs to G. Basically, it is the definition of binary operation that every ordered pair of element of G under the binary operation star belongs to G. Second is associative law. For all A, B, C belonging to G, A star B star C is equal to A star B star C. What does that mean? That by definition, by first definition, by closure law, whenever A, B belong to G, A star B belong to G. Now A star B is an element of G, it can be operated to any third element of G. Then these two elements of G operate and will belong to again G. Similarly, B and C belong to G, B star C belongs to G, and now B star C is an element of G, A is an element of G, so A star B cross C belongs to G, and in particularly these both elements are equal also. This is known as associative law. Third is existence of identity. What does that mean? That is, for all A belonging to G, if we are able to find an E belonging to G, or there exists an E belonging to G such that A star E is equal to A is equal to E star A. That is, for every A belonging to G, if it is possible to find an element in G, again in G, such that whenever we operate with A, the answer is again A, by whether we apply right to A or apply left to A. So if there is an element in G, then it is known as identity. Fourth is the inverse, existence of inverse. Existence of inverse. We come to this step only if we can find the identity. If there is an identity, then we will move to inverse, and if there is no identity, it means the set G is not a group. Existence of inverse means for all A belonging to G, if it is possible to find B belonging to G, or we can say that if there exists B belonging to G such that A star B is equal to E is equal to B star A. That is when we apply binary operation star with A to B, the answer is always E, whether we apply B to A or we apply A to B. So any set G satisfying all these properties with respect to the star, binary operation star, is called a group. In addition to these four properties, one is optional properties, that is the commutative law. For all A, B belonging to G, if A star B is equal to B star A, then we say that group is abelian. Then we say that the group is abelian. This is an optional property for any non-empty set G with a binary operation star is called a group if it satisfies closure law, it satisfies associative law, if there is an identity and inverse. And this is an optional property that a group is said to be a abelian group if this property, that is the commutative law, also holds with respect to star. So this is the basic definition of group.